Before you think about going to the bank and asking them for money, before you think about applying for funding, even before you even think about starting a company with your own cash, watch this video, because I'm going to be breaking down the funding blueprint that they don't teach you. The real process, all the way from going to fixing your personal credit, to building business credit, to structuring a company legally, and going out and getting your first 50 to 100K. Nobody teaches this. But after today, you'll know step by step. And if you're new inside this channel, I'm Kye Gibson, and I help people stop building broke and start building fundable businesses. I've helped people go from getting their company funded to structuring their business like a CEO, to turning their EIN into income and going out and getting their first 50 to 100K. And today, I'm gonna be breaking down the whole process completely for free. No gatekeeping, no holding anything back, and possibly by the end of this video, a lot of you guys are gonna be able to have an extra $500 inside of your account today. So let's get to it. Give you guys, so let me go ahead and summarize exactly what you're about to get inside this video and what we're gonna be doing. And I'm gonna let y'all know, all of these things I'm about to give you, I am going to break it down to where it's so simple to where a 5th grader can understand what I'm about to give you guys. So if you watch this video all the way to the end, there should be no excuses on why you're not able to see funding for your company, okay? So here we go. We're gonna break this down into 3 parts, very simple, okay? How do I get to my first 50 to 100K? It's a 3-step process. First, we're gonna go over fixing it, all right? Fixing our personal credit. All right, we're gonna go over why that's important inside this video and how we actually do it within the next 4 days. How do I clear my whole personal credit score within the next 4 days, okay? So we're gonna break everything down simple. Step number 2 is how do I build it? I gotta know how to build it. After I fixed it, this is where a majority of people make a big mistake at. All right, I'm just gonna put a B right there, all right? Build it, okay, because I like to do things simple, chat, okay? Number 3, funding. All right, I wanna fund it. I want to fund it. All right, so I'm gonna go over how to fix it, how do I build it, and how do I fund it. Let's go ahead and start with number 1. How do I fix it? All right, I'm gonna give y'all the most simplest way to be able to do this. Where did I put my white? Okay, I'm gonna go over the most simplest way that you guys can actually do this, okay? How do I fix my personal credit within the next 4 days? That means everything is wiped off of my personal credit report. But first, we need to know exactly what to be able to look for. What do I want removed off of my report? Any collections, any negative items, charge-offs, repossessions. I want all of these things removed within the next 4 days. But how do I exactly do it, okay? Now, it's gonna be a 5-step process, okay? 5-step process. Hopefully you guys can see this very clear and good. It's a 5-step process. A lot of you guys can actually get this done today, okay? Because I want to be able to fix my personal credit, because ultimately you're going to learn inside this video that not only your personal credit is going to be the key to open up the door to business funding, but it's also the vehicle that is able to get multiple businesses funded at one time, right? So your personal credit is going to be a powerhouse. That's why I like to call it, but you'll know exactly what we're talking about by the end of this video, okay? So 5-step process. How do I clear my personal credit within the next 4 days? Number 1, I want to pull my personal credit report. All right, I want to go to somebody like Identity IQ and pull my report, okay? Now, what I want to be able to do is I want to look at all the negative items that are on my report. I want to write them down, list them down on a piece of paper, write every single item that I want deleted off of my personal credit report, okay? Once I have it, I want to make sure I go to all 3 bureaus and do this, okay? So it's going to be a little bit of work, all right, a little bit of work, but it's worth it. A lot of people usually take the 30-day, 60-day. Some people even take a year to clear personal credit. We're doing it in 4 days inside of this video. Oh my God. Y'all drop a fire sign inside of this video today, okay? So here we go. We want to pull our personal credit. Step number 2, what I want to be able to do is I want to go to Identity IQ. I want to take all those negative items that I have, and I want to go to Identity, okay? identitytheft.gov. Identitytheft.gov. Okay, I'm probably going to post some links inside the description section for you guys so it can kind of lead you directly to where you guys need to be able to go. Okay, I want to go to identity theft. Okay, now what are we going to do here? We are going to file a affidavit. Okay, we're going to take all of those negative items that we listed down. We're going to put them on side of the identity theft report affidavit. Okay, and list all of the items on this report and download the PDF. All right, once we got that done, step number 3 is going to be very important, because this is going to be actually what gets the items deleted within the next 4 days. Okay, it's called a 605B letter, and what this does is it demands for the credit reports to have your items removed immediately. All right, so I want to get this 605B letter, and for those of you who are saying, hey, listen, I don't know how to be able to get a 605B letter, okay, inside of this video, take me a little bit of time, so give me a little bit of time, but it will be inside of the description section, a template for you guys to be able to use, okay? 605B letter template for you guys, okay? So I want to get this 605B letter, and I want to list all of the negative items, every single one of them on the 605B letter. Oh, we can really get into it inside of this live today. All right, step number 4. All right, once I have these listed, I want to go to the C. All right, I want y'all to really watch this right now, okay? I want to go to the CFPB website. All right, CFPB website. And I want to file a complaint on all 3 of the bureaus. Now, when I'm listing this complaint, I want to make sure that I add in inside of the file section. I want to add in my identity theft affidavit. I want to add that PDF in. I want to add the 605B letter also inside of there, and my credit report. Once I have those things set in stone and they're inside of there, I want to send it off to the CFPB. Now here we go. Step number 5 is going to be make sure that I watch it. I want to watch it, okay? I want to watch it within the next couple of days. I hope you guys can see that step number 5 is probably a little bit lower for you guys, okay? But I want to make sure I watch it. I want to make sure it's removed within the next 4 days, okay? This is going to be the 4-day swipe to be able to remove every single thing off your personal credit report. I'm hoping you guys wrote this notes down, because it's going to be very important to fix your personal credit score and do it within a certain amount of time span. All right, so here we go. Now that we went over fixing our personal credit report, within a 4-day time span, now we can actually get to building the personal credit score. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all right now, most people are unaware of how to build their personal credit score. You want to tell you exactly why? Because they probably do the exact same thing that I was doing over 6 years ago when I started my company, trying to figure out how to get it funded. They probably look on videos and say, hey, listen, you guys are seeing all of these accounts that help you build personal credit, but you have not yet understood the FICO score. See, when you understand what makes up the FICO score in total, you're able to effectively grow your personal credit score within the next 30 to 60 days. And you get the right things on your report. Because here's the thing, banks do not care about your personal credit score. They care about what's on your report. So you can walk in with a 700 credit score inside the bank and get denied. And somebody else walks in that same bank with a 650 credit score and get the approval. Why? It didn't matter about the score, it mattered about the report. So these are going to be the people that get the approvals. They understand the FICO score and what needs to be placed on their personal credit in order to actually go out and get approvals. Okay, so let's go over that. The FICO score. Understanding the FICO score. And I'm going to do this very simple and easy. I don't want to spend too much time on this chat. Okay, so I just want to give you guys an understanding of where we need to start building at. Oh my God, I made a perfect circle. Perfect circle. Okay, so let's go over it. I'm going to show you guys a real neat hack with this, okay? So I want you guys to directly look at this. This is what makes up the FICO score, okay? 30% of your FICO score is what you actually owe on your report. Okay, another 30% is payment history. How well are you able to make payments on time? 15% is the history. Okay, 10% is mixed credit, and another 10% is new credit. So here's the thing. You want to be able to build your personal credit score and have a sexy, strong report within the next 30 to 60 days. Guess what we need to do? Instead of doing what the average person does and starts right here, hey, listen, I want to go out and start new credit. It's only 10% of my FICO score. No, we don't want to do that. What we want to start off with is I want to start off with the big heavy hitters. So history, all right, high limits. Now this is going to ultimately go over here, okay, to old accounts. So I need to ask myself, how do I get history and high limits within the next 30 to 60 days? I'm going to show y'all something that you probably are not going to hear on anybody else's YouTube channel or TikTok, anywhere else, chat, because we're not holding anything back, okay? How do I get high limits and history within the next 30 to 60 days? Guess what? Very simple. I want to go out and get, okay, aged trade lines. Age trade lines. Now, here's the thing, okay? There's two ways to be able to get age trade lines, aka authorized users, okay? Number one, you can choose to be able to go out and pick a family member that has a credit card. They have their credit card for over 2 years, because here's the thing. History is going to be 15% of our entire FICO score. So you want to have a history of over 2 years, every single trade line that you add on, okay? So I want to go out to one of my family members that has a credit card. They had it for over 2 years. They keep a positive payment history, 30%. That's what's going to be adding on the history and high limits. And I get them to add me on as an authorized user. What's going to happen now is their debt, all right, and their payments and their history is now going to transfer over to my credit report as if I've had it. Now, here's the thing. How many age trade lines do we have to be able to go out and get? I see everybody like questioning this right now, okay? I want to go out and get at least 3 to 4 trade line accounts. And I want to make sure, if I want to be able to receive my first 50 to 100K PG in the company, I want to make sure that these limits are at least over $3,500. I'm loving this right now, Chad. I'm going straight off the dome with this. I'm hoping y'all paying attention and listening right now, okay? I want to make sure that each one of these limits are over $3,500. Okay, that's not that hard. Second option, in order to be able to get age trade lines, you simply go out and you purchase them, you buy them, okay? The beautiful part about this is everything I'm telling you guys inside the video today, I've already made the ultimate guide for you guys inside the description section down below, all right? So if you guys need direct help from your boy, make sure you check the link inside the profile bio and boss up your credit, okay? So here we go. Let's go and get to it. I want to make sure that I get at least 3 to 4 trade line accounts. Now, when you see these trade lines actually add on to your report, you're going to see your score completely shoot up. You might go into the 700s, 800s. But here's the thing. You don't want to go out and start applying for funding yet. Why? This is where most people get misled, Chad. And if I can help somebody that was in the same position I was in over 6 years ago inside this video, and you're able to sprint past me, I did my job. All right. So where most people mess up is they think that after they got the age trade lines, their scores are 700, 800, they can go out and apply. But they get the non-fast and Chick-fil-A line can move. You want to know why? Because your credit score does not just need age trade lines. It doesn't just need authorized users added on there, because banks can tell that, hey, listen, this is not your actual card. So I want to go out and get primaries. I want to make this very simple, okay? Primary accounts also, okay? I want to make sure I go out and get primary accounts also. See, this is going to be a big factor, okay? I want to make sure I go out and get primary accounts. Now, what are primary accounts? These are going to be accounts that actually show that they're mine. So this can be in forms of a secured credit card, or of what I refer majority of people to do, because I ain't finna get to hold nothing back right now, okay? When it comes to primary accounts, okay, I'm just rub it off my hand. When it comes to primary accounts, best thing that you can do is go out and get backdated accounts. See, trade lines are backdated. Age trade lines are backdated. What that means is, if I sign up for an account today, When it reports to my credit bureaus, it shows that I've had it for more than 2 years. Backdated accounts. One of the people that actually do this, that backdates your account, is going to be rentreporters.com. Okay, you go up there, you upload your lease, and when they report to the bureaus, they show that you had it for a long time span, which when it goes on your report, that adds on history and limits. Okay, that's what we want. So with primary accounts, I want to make sure I get at least 5 to 7 primary accounts. Now, this is not hard as you guys think it is. A lot of you guys can get this done today. I can't make this up. Let me help y'all out, because I told you guys that, hey, listen, you might have $500 inside of your account today if you made it to this section of the video, okay? So if you have, just drop a thank you for me down below, okay? How you gonna get that 500 today, Rich, okay? If y'all wanna splurge a little bit on me, right, for it, just drop a little something inside of the comment section or wherever you can, okay? All right, so a primary account that I can get added on today, a site called MoneyLion. All right, I cannot make this up, chat. When I first went out to start building business credit, okay? When I first went out to start building business credit, I said business credit. When I first went out to start building personal credit, I didn't know exactly who to be able to go to because my personal credit score was whack, right? I found out about MoneyLion, and it was like they could deposit $500 inside of my account today. I said, hey, they gotta be capping. I'm kidding y'all not. It took me 5 minutes to fill it out. $500 was deposited inside of my account, and I just so happily needed that. That was crazy. Some things happen on the right timing. All right, $500 got deposited inside of my account. Ever since then, I go out and I get that loan every now and then. I pay it off, and then guess what? I do it back again. And I do it back again, right? I keep those trade lines reporting. So we are now done with the fixing process. And now we know exactly how to be able to build the personal credit score. This is where it gets juicy. How do I get my first 50 to 100K? Personal guarantee of business. Because I like to be able to give people this, all right? Imagine you had an 18-year-old, and this is how most people go out, right? Imagine you had an 18-year-old that went out to the dealership to go out and apply for a car. They have no financial history, no credit history at all. The dealership is going to tell them, hey, listen, you need a personal guarantee. You need somebody to come back you up to get this car. The same thing applies to your business. When you start it starts with no financial history, no credit history. So somebody has to come and back it up. All right? Now, let's really get to this today, okay? How do I get my first 50 to 100K solely going out and personal guarantee in the business? All right, I want you guys to understand that your personal credit is your powerhouse. Okay, it is your powerhouse that can get multiple companies funded. It's your powerhouse, okay? I can always, if the business goes down, I can always start a whole nother company and go out and get it funded again solely through my personal credit. Now we know how to remove the negative items also, okay? But here we go. Let's talk about it. After I build the personal credit score to at least 680 and above, and everything is added onto the report to make it look sexy for the banks. Now we want to get to building the business. I want to make sure that I structure a company correctly, because most people go out and get themselves denied because how they set up their company, how they structured it. I had a student not too long ago, right? She was going out and she was constantly getting denied. And she was wondering exactly why. We simply switched the structuring process of her company. Next thing you know, she got $25,000 on one business credit card. All we simply did is change the structuring process to our company, okay? So let's go over it. When I'm starting a company, I'm gonna kind of briefly go over this chat because I go over the structuring process a lot inside of this channel, okay? First thing I want to be able to make sure I get done on the structuring process is make sure that my name does not fall restricted, okay? Most entrepreneurs, what they do is they point out the industry that they're in on their business name. So like we use names like trucking, real estate, restaurant. Any name that will indicate the industry you in will get you denied, okay? So I want to make sure that my company name is at a low risk. How I do that is by following Fortune 500 companies. When I look at a company like Apple, that name doesn't stand for a technology company. When I look at a company like Starbucks, it doesn't stand for coffee. I want to make sure that my company name falls at a low risk, okay? Number two, I want to make sure the address is correct. I want to make sure that I don't attach, biggest mistake people make, attaching a personal address. Banks want to see one of two things. Either that you have a business office space or you have a virtual address. So most people that are starting up their company, you'll be going out and getting that virtual address, okay? So here we go. Number 3, I want to make sure that I get a full out professionally business made email. Okay, you can get that from GoDaddy. All right, and number 4, making sure that I put my company on the map. This is very big. When your business is findable by the banks, it is fundable. As long as they can find you, they will fund you. How I get that done is by going to 401 pages and getting my business listed within less than 5 minutes. This is the structuring process of your company. Nothing less, nothing more. Best thing you can do is have these things, get these things finished before you even start your company. Like I want to go out and cross out every single one of these. I got the name of it, what I'm going to name it, making sure it's at low risk. I want to make sure I get my virtual address, email, and after that is all done, getting it registered with 401 pages. All right. So cool. Now that we got that, just to throw in a little bonus for you guys, okay? I want to make sure I go out and get my EIN number. Okay, let's see where we're going to place there. I'll place it down here if you guys can see it. I want to make sure I go out and get my EIN number completely for free, irs.gov. Okay, irs.gov. Get your EIN number completely for free. Majority of y'all are coming out paying like $170 for another company to go out and get your EIN number when you can get it completely for free. irs.gov. Okay, next, I want to get my DUNS number. All right, your DUNS number is going to be very important when it comes to you actually going out and personal guaranteeing for your business when it comes to business credit cards and even corporate credit cards. Now, I'm going to give y'all a very neat formula inside of this video today because I told y'all we're not gatekeeping, we're not holding anything back. I'm simply taking 6 years of me diving deep inside of the credit industry and getting multiple businesses funded, and I'm shrinking it down to where you guys should be able to do this within the next 30 to 60 days. All right. If you're saying you want to be able to do it by yourself, option number 1, you can do it by yourself. Main thing it's going to take you is time, which is the only thing you'll never be able to get back. Option number 2, you can do it with your boy. Okay. You want to be able to do it with your boy. That link will be inside the description for those of you who are saying, hey, listen, Rich, I want you to take me to the extra mile when it comes to my company. Okay. But boom, we have the business structure now. Now I'm out here to give y'all one of the coldest formulas right now. It's a 3-piece combo. I cannot make it up. This is going to be actually how we get to our first $50,000 to $100,000 in funding, because most people mess up on this number 1 thing. And for those of you who have made it to this section, congratulations, because I like to say most entrepreneurs, like, all we have to simply do nowadays is start paying attention. Like, we be thinking we got to come out of our pocket with money and pay something, but the only thing we got to start doing is paying attention, and attention will start paying you. So congratulations, okay? So here we go. Now that I have the company, now that I have my personal credit fully on point, I got the business structure. Here's the thing. How I get to my first 50 to 100K is going to be the strategy. A lot of you guys are not missing money. You're not needing money. You're needing strategy, okay? So here we go. Let's go over these 3 things right now. One of them is going to be a bonus for you guys, okay? One of them is going to be a bonus. So, number 1, 2, number 3. Oh, I wish I wrote better sometimes, Chad. All right, so number 1, in order to get my company funded and maximize what I receive in one day, I want to learn how to credit stack. This is the number 1 thing I show my students completely change the way that they get their company funded. I want to credit stack. Now, what does credit stacking mean? That means that the average person usually sees a video on YouTube where they're just giving a piece of things and not the whole breakdown like we're doing today inside this video. They give a piece of things. Hey, you want to go out to American Express, you want to go out to Bank of America and apply for this card. The biggest issue they run into is they don't receive their first 50 to 100K because they went out to one bank and applied for funding. The method of credit stacking says that, hey, listen, why would I approach one bank at one time when I can approach multiple and multiply what I receive in funding in one day? Average person might receive $25,000. You're going to be walking out with 75 to 100. I can't make this up. So we're going to break that down in just a minute, okay? Number 2, Matter of fact, we're gonna break these down in pieces, all right? We're gonna go ahead and get to credit stacking because I want to break this down. This is so exciting for me. It's been able to change not only my life, but a lot of other people's lives, Chad. And if you're really serious about taking your business idea and turning it into something that pays you, you want to pay attention to this section, okay? So breaking down credit stacking. How do I credit stack? In order to understand this, all I have to do is understand how the banks actually communicate with each other. Now, here's the thing. Every single bank that we know of communicates through only 3 bureaus. We just kind of went over that today. Now, I'm going to simplify this, okay? I'm just write the initials, okay? Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. All right, these are the 3 bureaus that every single bank actually reports to. Every single one of them. Now, here's the thing. Now that we know the bureaus they communicate through, in order to credit stack in one day, all I have to make sure is that the 3 bureaus are not able to communicate with each other. Oh, I'm ready to break this sauce down right now. Your first 50 to 100K moment is about to be coming up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. All right. So I want to allow them not to communicate with each other. But how do I do that, Rich? How do I allow them not to communicate? Very simple and easy. After you structure your company, you want to go out and start 3 business checkings accounts. Follow me on this. It might seem a little bit difficult right now, but by the end, it should be simplified for you guys. I want to go out and start 3 business checkings accounts. Okay? Here's the thing I want to make sure. Now, I want to clarify this. This is with one LLC. This is with one LLC right here. Okay? I'm going out and simply starting 3 business checkings accounts with 3 different banks. Here's the thing I want to make sure that each of the banks, guess what? Pull from 3 different bureaus. Y'all see how we just did that right there? Y'all see how we just did that? Hopefully you guys can see this over here. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see that clear. All right, 3 different banks that's going to be pulling from 3 different bureaus. All this is doing is allowing the 3 banks to not communicate with each other. Now, here's the formula. Here's the method to the madness right here. Okay? Let's say that the first bank we decide to approach to apply for funding. Okay, and we're going to do this usually all at one time is what I show my students. All right, but let's just say that the first bank we're going to apply for funding is going to be pulling from Equifax. Okay, great. First bank we go to, they're pulling from Equifax. Now, what we want to be able to do is fill out each one of these applications. So I want to get one laptop. I want to open up 3 tabs and go to those banks that I'm actually starting the checkings accounts with. Okay, I want to pull up those 3 banks. I want to go into the application process, fill them out 99.9%. So not all the way. You want to get all the way to the pre-approval button. Okay, all the way to the pre-approval button. I'm hoping y'all getting there. All right, 99.9%. All right, so boom. What I do now is now that I have all 3 of the tabs open up on my laptop, I want to apply for funding all at once. So I want to hit the apply button on this one, and this one, all at one time. What's going to happen now, Rich? Well, instead of receiving, let's just say that the average amount because of our personal credit report, right? How we built it. Let's just say we got $25,000 from the first bank, right? Bam. I got $25,000 of approval from the first bank, but we did all these at one time. So because they weren't able to communicate with each other, they were not able to see that we just got this first $25,000. So guess what? Second bank is going to drop off another $25,000. Third bank is going to do the exact same thing. Why? Because they were not able to communicate with each other. That's the method of credit stacking. So average person might walk out $25,000, but we just learned exactly how to walk out with $75K. Simply applying the method of credit stacking. If you made it to this section, drop credit stacking for me down below because we turned a lot of people up inside of this video today. I told y'all we're not holding anything back. All right. So that's the method of credit stacking. I want to be able to learn exactly how to credit stack the banks I need to be approaching. Okay. Now, what's step number 2? This is going to make it very simple and easy for you guys. Okay. Step number 2 is going to be the banks we're approaching because we got the method of credit stacking. And I told you guys we're going to start 3 separate business checkings accounts, but what are the best banks for me to actually go out and receive approval? Quickest student we've got funded so far was a 2-week-old LLC. How did they do it? Well, we approached no documentation banks. All right, no documentation banks. Now, I'm not just gonna tell you to head there. Let me tell you why they're the best banks for you to actually go to. Number 1, they do not care how long you've been in business. Number 2, they're not gonna ask you proof of income. And number 3, no tax returns. Is anybody seeing currently how by all these 3 requirements completely wiped away, how you're able to skip past the line of the average entrepreneur? Information is going to be the only thing that will never be able to be taken away from you inside of this world. That's the only thing that will never be able to be taken away from you. So a lot of us, we be wanting people to drop money up on us, but here's the thing. You're going to lose it. Because if you didn't have the knowledge in order to get it in the first place, it's going to go out of your hands and into the right person's hands. So I want to gain the information because every single thing can be stripped away from me right now. Cars, clothes, materialistic things, everything can be stripped from me. But what cannot is the information I've gained to get those things in the first place. So what that mean, Rich? That means I could do it all over again if I wanted to because I still got the knowledge. I'm hoping y'all picked up what I put down, all right? So this is going to get to the third thing, very important, okay? Very important, which is like, what is the best type of funding for me to actually go out and apply for? Because a lot of us, we need flexibility in order to invest. I don't know the industry you guys are in, but when it comes to having money and it being flexible to invest, best thing you can go out and apply for is 0% interest business credit cards. All right, 0% interest business credit cards. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna give y'all a little gem inside the live because I'm feeling real good inside of the video, okay? When I go out and apply for 0% interest business credit cards, it should be broken down in multiple ways right now, okay? I can go out and apply for 0% interest business credit cards and still go out and get that $75,000 that I just showed you with the method of credit stacking. And then double back over and go over and start applying for corporate credit cards, which help me build my actual business credit score. Because here's where most people get misled, okay? Well, Rich, I want to be able to build my business credit. Well, all these cards that you guys hear of, business credit cards, American Express, Wells Fargo, Chase, they don't report to your business credit scores. So what does Rich? Corporate credit cards? I can also go over there and PG them, okay? But let me go on and finish throughout this. All right, why is 0% interest business credit cards so important? And this is going to actually end the video off great for you guys, all right? 0% interest business credit cards do 2 things. Number 1, it doesn't report to your personal credit. Number 2, gives you the flexibility in order to invest. What do you mean by flexibility in order to invest? There's a lot of ways I show my students, but let me go and break it down to y'all in the most simplest way I can, okay? A lot of people think that you probably could go out and invest with a personal credit card. Here's the thing. This is the big difference right here. It ain't flexible enough to invest. If I go out and I get a $20,000 approval, or let's say $25,000 approval on a personal credit card, and I take that money and I go out to try to invest it. I invest the whole $25,000. The problem comes is when I gotta pay this money back, because guess what? That personal credit card said, listen, bro, you gotta have that back in the next 30 days. And if you don't, we gonna shoot your personal credit score down and we gonna make it to where you can't get another approval. All right, so it ain't flexible enough to invest. We take that same thing over on the 0% interest business credit card, all right? 0% interest business credit card. We get same approval, $25,000 on it, all right? Now here's the thing. When we go out and invest this money, I invest the whole $25,000. All I am obligated to pay back is 1 to 1.5% back on this card to keep it in positive standing. That's around probably about $280, okay? $280. Now, how many of y'all saying y'all can do that right there? How many of y'all saying y'all can take $20,000, invest it, and at least bring back a payment of $280 a month? If that's you, I need you to drop a me for me down below, because everybody should be dropping a me inside of this video right now. If you can't take $20,000 and turn it into $280 within the next 30 to 60 days, like, we need to talk. We need to talk, okay? But now, this should be the last video you guys ever have to watch when it comes to business funding in total. We've spoke about every single thing that, like, you probably individually watch on YouTube. Okay, so consider this as a completely free course for you guys. Hopefully I was able to help you guys out a lot inside of this video today. Not only clear your personal credit score, but how you actually go out and effectively receive your first 50 to 100K. If you are saying, hey, listen, option number one, Rich, I like to be able to do it myself, right? I like to be able to spend my time on it and actually go out and do it myself, which there is a benefit to that. But option number two is, hey, listen, Rich, I want to excel my process. I want to excel my learning. I want to be able to do these things efficiently and not make a mistake. Option number two is going to be actually doing it with your boy. And if you want me to be able to go out and fix it, build it, and fund it, that will be inside the description section for you guys. Until next time, it's your boy Rich Secrets, and we out.